can't start to describe to you the sense of fulfillment it brings to me when people ask me, what do you do? I get to help seniors age gracefully and with dignity in their homes. Think about that for a second. It's amazing to me. I'm part of a network that's really helping to change the face of aging. Let alone helping seniors, we're also helping families. We're helping sons, daughters, husbands, wives, families. It's a very challenging time in people's lives, and we're here as a resource to be able to help. I remember with my grandmother-in-law, she was living independently in her 90s or so, and my mother-in-law was the main caregiver really for her, taking care of her. She was going shopping for her. She would help around the house. She'd take her to doctor's appointments. She really did everything for her. And it was a lot. And as she continued to age, it became exceedingly more challenging for her to continue to do this. The rest of the family, we all lived in Vancouver. They were in Montreal. So there was no other real support network there. It then came to that question of, what are we gonna do? Luckily, my mother-in-law was able to put a home care plan in place and have caregivers come into the home to help take care of my grandmother-in-law. And it was amazing. I mean, with my mother-in-law, you could see almost instantly a stress relieved, how much pressure had really been on her for this long to be the caregiver, and what that took away from her of just being the daughter. And now again, she was able to be the daughter. When she went to visit with my grandmother-in-law, they could spend time just visiting. It wasn't about taking care of tasks, needs, what needs to be accomplished. With my grandmother-in-law, she was fairly resistant to the idea of caregivers coming into her house, but it changed really quickly. She built amazing relationships with both of the caregivers that were in there. When we'd call to talk to her, she'd tell, "Oh, I'm with Angie, we're having ice cream." It's like, that's great. She'd share stories with Angie about our grandchildren. They'd go for walks in the park. They'd reminisce about old times. She could tell her stories. And more than anything, she was able to continue to live in her home, which was what she wanted from the very beginning. And again, the impact that had on all of our lives was huge, and her life. I am so happy to be able to provide that caring and assistance to families at a time that's very challenging for people. So, if people are dealing with similar situations at Home Instead Senior Care, we're here to help. If you need someone to lean on, if you need advice, help, call us, because to us, it's personal.